Yeah, get rolling. I think we're rolling now. There we go.
This is hot garbage.
This sounds like shit. No one's gonna buy that.
Is it a hit?
Welcome to another episode of Is It a Hit? Where you, the listener, can join us on this expedition to make that next big chart-topping single. I'm your host, Max, and I'm joined by my co-host, Pat. And as always, the headliner for the evening is the one and only Nasty Nathan Sharp. We're here to give Nate that motivation, that inspiration that he needs to make this single. And last week he needed the inspiration to make an inspirational song, and we gave it to him. And now we need to make sure that he has what he needs to make that hit just top the charts, a rocket to the sky, all the way to number one, and just keep on going. If there was a number 0, that's where we want to end up. I would say that we're number 0 because it's better than 1. Where we inspire, Nate creates, and we all decide, is it a hit?
Oh yeah, there it is. I do feel inspired.
Really?
You've inspired me, Nathan.
Make
you too, Max.
Me
well, we inspire everything.
Feel
What are you saying?
Motivated.
Say it all again.
You really make me feel motivated. Last week you did a great job. And do you know what the issue has been in between? I got sapped out. I got completely sapped out of motivation. You robbed it from me. You overdid it.
Oh.
You took too much out of me. I was defeated. I was done.
Mm-hmm.
I was out in the grass, face down, breathing in the dirt.
A lot of listeners don't know that I also, in addition to this podcast, I'll also kind of harass Nathan Sharp on my off days, and I have to drive to Vermont to do it, but I really enjoy it. And when we're not recording, I am just harassing him, haranguing him. And when he loses, yeah, you feel harangued and stalked. But yeah, sometimes I get after you. It's, in my head I say it's tough love. That's all. I'm just trying to push you to your limit.
Yeah, and I think you pushed me past my limit. I think my musculoskeletal system is overwrought, overbeared even with the crushing burden of your expectations.
Yeah. And I'm not going to lower them either. I know what you're capable of, or at least I know what I need to see to make money. Is the right way to say that? Is I know what I need to hear in order to use your talent for my own benefit. That's how I should say that. Yeah. And we just need more hits. It's an inevitable thing, right? You're just going to keep making these songs, and we're just going to keep making fun of you and prodding you, and you're just putting a lot of pressure on you. Eventually, if you make enough of these, one of them's going to become a hit. It's inevitable, right? If you just have a long enough career, you're going to have a hit.
You are the monkey, and we are the typewriters.
Diamonds.
Shock the monkey.
We've got to shock this monkey.
Yeah.
Thousands. Typewriters.
Wait, is that what that song's about? Just keep shocking those monkeys until they write enough stuff on typewriters until it makes a hit?
The greatest novel ever written. The greatest story ever told. Better than The Count of Monte Cristo. Better than the Berenstain Bears. The best.
What's this? What's this story? What's this?
Oh, well, it's like an idiom. If you put enough monkeys in front of enough typewriters, they'll write Shakespeare. Just at some point during all of their, banging their heads against the typewriters. Yeah. So that's why Nate, he's the monkey. Pat and I, we're the typewriters.
We're shocking the monkey here.
That shocks the monkey.
Shock the monkey.
Yeah. I want to be Peter Gabriel.
Ooh, where do you fall on that debate? You be a Peter Gabriel fan or you a Phil Collins fan?
Oh, I hate both of them.
There can only be one.
Really?
Oh
there can't
yeah,
be
that
zero,
song
Pat.
"Shock the Monkey." I only know it because I hate it.
Yeah,
The reason I was able to call to mind that specific intonation, "monkey," is because I hate it. I heard it. I heard it on the radio, and I said, "This can't be a song."
Yeah,
I just couldn't believe it was real.
yeah, that one. I don't like Peter Gabriel very much. Yeah, it's very strange. I'm definitely a Phil Collins guy.
What's the song Peter Gabriel sings that's like, "If looks could kill, they probably will"?
Yeah,
Games Without
you told me that
Frontiers.
before. You hate that song. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a solid one. Great.
That's
great
a terrible
stuff.
song. The grammar
Great
doesn't
stuff,
even make
Peter.
sense.
Great stuff.
Like, the tense is wrong.
Well,
If looks could kill, they probably will. Yeah, get out of here. What do you put it in the same? What's going on here, Pete? This is garbage. And then the worst part is that the verse is just him listing names. He's like, Adolf plays with Timmy. Timmy's sad and mad. And like, it's just like, and then he just names kids' names, and they're just doing things. And I feel like he's trying to be, just like, he's trying to be, he wants it to be bigger than it is, right? He wants you to think him naming these names, because at one point he says Adolf, right? He wants you to think, oh, this is hyperbole, and I probably don't understand what's happening, but I'll tell you what's happening. You're being taken. Peter Gabriel's taken you, and you've been had. There's no deeper meaning. He just wants your money, and that's why I think we can be successful.
I wonder if the listeners will pick up my Hitler reference.
Yeah, right.
That's my Peter Gabriel impression.
That's a pretty good one.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's two good Peter Gabriel impressions in a span of 5 minutes, guys. That's.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how. I mean, I said monkey. I feel like that was on point. And I just don't know other podcasts. This is hot stuff.
Topical too.
Yeah, Peter Gabriel. Fuck you. Shout out to Peter Gabriel, sucker. Reap.
Monkey. Okay, so you definitely don't like Peter Gabriel. Where do you stand on Phil Collins?
My dad listened to a lot of Phil Collins when I was growing up.
Okay.
And I would say I listened to more Genesis than Phil Collins, because my dad listened to more Genesis.
Got it.
What's a good Genesis song? I can't remember the exact words.
Are you talking pre-Gabriel Genesis or post-Gabriel Genesis? Are you talking Collins Genesis or Peter Gabriel Genesis?
This is Phil Collins.
I don't know enough. See, I don't know enough about the history of the composition of Genesis to know when they were with or without.
Yeah, Peter Gabriel was the original singer in Genesis. That's why they're exactly the same person.
No, Phil Collins and Peter Gabriel were both in Genesis at the same time, weren't they?
Yeah, Phil Collins was the drummer, and then he Sammy Haggard, the David Lee Roth of Peter Gabriel. Like once Peter Gabriel left and became Peter Gabriel's solo act, Phil Collins stopped becoming drummer Phil Collins and started becoming singer Phil Collins, and that's why the drums on Phil Collins songs are always so freaking cool, because he's a drummer, He's Phil Collins.
There's never, consider this, there's never going to be another pop star that looks like Phil Collins.
No, you can't get away with that nowadays.
No,
sort of.
Like look at his albums. His albums are just like pictures of his face.
Yeah, it's all just pictures of a bald, middle-aged guy.
Yeah, he's got like a widow's peak, and he's just kind of like round-faced, and he looks like a guy that teaches math, like high-level math, but then like whispers weird things when you're not like looking directly at him. You know what I mean? Like he just looks like a weird guy, like a strange man.
I also think it's pretty great how it's his face, and then I think that album with his face on it, it's called No Jacket Required.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
Man, fucking yeah. So yeah, I didn't know all this about fucking I had no idea we're gonna do a deep dive on fucking Genesis.
We can get deeper. I was just watching as I've said before, rewatching 30 Rock. Good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Episode where Jenna Maroney is writing a song, and Weird Al keeps parodying all of her songs. So she's like, I need to write a song that's unparodyable. And then Tracy's like, what do you think Phil Collins is trying to do with Sussudio?
God, fuck that song.
Oh, it's a great song. Fuck you, Pat.
But I think that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to not get Weird Al to make a funny version of his song. Because what can you do with Sussudio?
No, man. I was so mad. I looked up the lyrics to Sussudio, and I thought it was about a girl named Sue Sudio, right?
But it's not spelled that way. It's one word.
No, it's one word.
Yeah.
And it's nonsense. And he literally was like, he put it in as a placeholder and then never fixed it. So, like, we make fun of Nate for, like, coming in with, like, weak shit, right? We get after him pretty hard when he's just like, here's a death, right? We hate that, right? When he doesn't bring the effort. This motherfucker had, like, a #1 chart-topping hit with a placeholder in the main, like, it's the most important lyrics. It's the chorus. Studio. It's not words. It's fucking wild, man. This is what I'm saying. The bar is low. Nate, you need to be making up gibberish. People will connect with gibberish because they'll just put whatever they want in there, dude. Studio. Studio. That's cathartic, though.
Yeah, because it's like, if I could say the word, so he's like building up to like, I'm gonna say something to you, but it was just the first thing he wrote down. And it's like, oh, I have to have this album written by tomorrow.
Pretty good. Pretty
good
impression.
Oh man,
is he saying if I could say the word? Is that what he's saying? I thought it was less like something sail away or more nonsense.
If I could say the word. Oh, if I could sail the world, maybe if it's
I don't know. If I could say the word. I think it's kind of meta. That's another reason I don't like it. I don't like songs that reference that they're songs. I kind of don't like that. But yeah.
Well,
no,
I like
gibberish, and it's
Phil
not.
Collins. Yeah, well, I like Phil Collins. I like what you're saying about how him being just ghastly looking, and I just like it. Just makes me feel that literally anyone can be famous.
Yeah,
if you find the right way to do it. So that's what we're trying to do here. That's what we're trying to do here, Pat. Make hits.
Yeah,
Phil
absolutely.
Collins made a whole bunch of lemonade with, I don't know, split peas.
And now, Nate, the reason that we're focusing so hard on Phil Collins' appearance is because we also were, at first, Max and I, when you came to us and said, hey, I need you, my tastemakers, my people with the finger on the pulse of the people, I need you to help me inspire me to make a song. And Max and I had an aside. We said, I don't know, he's pretty ugly. Do we do this? He's very ugly. Do we do this? And Max said, Phil Collins is ugly too. And I was like, say no more. And then we came right back and we're in. We've agreed.
I also said, if Milli Vanilli can do it, we can do it.
Right. And I agree with that too.
Yeah.
Milli Vanilli doesn't even have a voice.
Have you seen the original Milli Vanilli?
No.
They're hideous. It's like the Elephant Man. But they found two.
The guys that,
handsome Rob and Fab, and man, that was a hit. Baby.
This is a good idea. If we ever make a music video for any of your garbage, we'll definitely just make it so it's not you actually singing. We'll just have some young kids,
like
whatever
that.
Kids do.
Yeah, it would be like a Kids Bop cut. Could we just make the Kids Bop cut of this the single?
Oh, God. Kids Bop Tony would be fantastic. Oh,
yeah.
Man. Those kids would have stark realizations about their life. They just think they're singing songs for infomercials, but no. They're tapping into their futures of becoming strip club DJs.
Oh yeah. Well, guys, and also there's another example. We hit Phil Collins pretty hard. But Phil Collins is very talented. We've made fun of how he just doesn't care about lyrics and how he doesn't care about how he looks. But I will say this: that he's very, very talented. He knows how to write a song. Yeah, that's the thing that we should consider. But here, on this other side, Kids Bop. I mean, Kids Bop, I remember watching a video as a kid for Kids Bop and being like, who would buy this? And why would they buy it? And
I think dads trying to buy cool stuff for their kids. This is what kids like. Other kids singing.
Yeah, that's not. I never wanted that. I listened to other kids singing when I was a kid. I listened to other kids singing. And I said, I'd rather have an adult do that. This kid's bad at this. He's also garbage at rhythm sticks and recorder. This is terrible.
This kid loves terrible music. He plays it all the time.
That's all he does.
Have you ever heard the Kids Bop? It's probably not real. It's probably just a joke, but I heard it once. The Kids Bop of that Lil Wayne song, Lollipop.
That can't be real.
I don't think it is, but it sounds great. It's just like kids. Shorty wanna fuck.
Well, we can really. It's
just,
we can point out exactly who Kids Bop is for. We all know Kids Bop is just for adult creepers.
Yes.
Oh, you're talking chomos, dude?
All right, this is all getting cut. All right, and then bumper music hits. Keep rolling, Johnny. It's not over, Johnny. Keep stroking, Johnny. It's not over, Johnny. Keep stroking, Johnny. It's not over, Johnny. Keep stroking, Johnny.
All right, so last week, again, like I said, Nate, good song. One of your better ones so far in this, short-lived podcast. Last week was also I know we're kind of, a little ahead of the game here in terms from like a real-time perspective, but this past week we also put out the Twitter account for Is It a Hit? So if you are listening, make sure you like and subscribe there. That was a big day for us. We got a lot of traction there. It's been really good. Got some great art. Want to thank our friend Gretchen Pruitt for that art. That art was fantastic. Yeah. I could not envision the art coming up any better than the way it did, and it's good stuff. So thanks to Gretchen. We really appreciate that. So looking forward to our years and years and years of partnership.
Indentured servitude.
Yeah, no. So one of us won't be getting paid at all.
Oh no.
We're looking at you, Gratchler. All
right. So Pat, what else? You got anything that's been bugging you lately?
What's itching your grill?
You got something going on.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll get into a band or I'll get into a song. I'm like, oh, I enjoy this song. I wonder if there are other songs I like this too. And I'll do my research. I'll do a little digging. And I'll be like, how did they make this song? Because this song is good, and then all their other songs are trash. And I always hate that. That's the worst feeling. Because I enjoy finding a new band and being like, oh man, awesome. This full album's great. I can listen to this front to back. Because that's how I like to listen to music. I like to listen to a full album. But there's certain bands where it's like, it just kind of sucks where you really enjoy a specific song and then you just can't get into them as a band as a whole. And the band that I have the example, there's a band called Mastodon. And I'm not into like heavy metal at all. They're not heavy metal, but they're like, they're prog metal, I guess. But some guy that loves Mastodon. There's so many people that love Mastodon. Like, that's not what their thing is. I was like, all right, relax, guys. I've heard like 5 of their songs, and they're all like wildly different. But they do have like a hard, they're technically super skilled, and their music is like complex and rewarding. I'm sure it's just not my style. I'm more on the pop end than the heavy end. But they have a song called Toe to Toe, and it's amazing, and I love it, and I just can't stop listening to it. But I can't, and YouTube shows me, so like if I listen to that song, YouTube puts in my feed more Mastodon songs, and I give them a shot, but I just can't say I like them, and it sucks because like they have a ton of music, and I don't like their stuff. And it's cool to see that they played on Letterman and stuff, and like I think like 3 of the 4 members sing too, which is also cool. They have very, very unique voices, but I just can't get into it, man. I can't get into the meat of their music, which sucks because like the thing that Toe to Toes has. It's I think it's a little lighter than their normal stuff. I think it's a little more accessible, and that's probably why some guys like, this guy's a poser. Yeah, I'm a total poser. I'm not used to the heaviness of what they play, but I enjoy the band, the stuff I've seen of them. I enjoy it, but it's not. I wouldn't listen to a full album. That's all.
So you want to hear sellout tracks from cool bands? Is that right, Pat?
Yeah.
So
that's right.
I like
this. Exactly right.
I like where you're going because I identify with this, Pat. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I identify 100%. I want to hear just the sellouts. You know your Dire Straits. All I want to hear is the Walk of Life. I just want to hear the baseball music. I want to see the bloopers. That's all I want. Fuck you, Pat. That's all I want.
You didn't go Sultans of Swing?
That song's terrible.
You went Dire Straits and you avoided Sultans of Swing?
Walk of Life. Sultans of Swing is a sad song.
Are you kidding me?
Walk of Life makes me happy.
People don't even know Walk of Life is Dire Straits. They think that's the Boss.
That's because it's a good sellout. They sold it. They sold into
everyone hears the Walk of Life and
baseball sound.
They're just like, oh, I love Bruce Springsteen. And they start snapping
really?
Like, I hope he puts me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
You know what I also get when people hear the song Small
That's the same
Town?
Song. It's the same song.
Have you ever heard when people hear the song Small Town by John Mellencamp and they go, ugh, I hate Bruce Springsteen.
Is it just, not just a small town boy?
No, that's the other one.
Boy.
All right.
We're getting off track here.
Guys.
It's karaoke season. Yeah, no, but I run into that all the time.
But Dire Straits, that's a great band. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. They do need more poppy stuff because I don't like Money for Nothing very much.
I love that song.
That is a good song. That's a great one.
But I got this inside joke with my wife where one time, I don't know why, but I was like trying to share like music I liked with her, and I think at that point I was like, "Oh man, the Dire Straits, I like this album," so I bought it for her.
Yeah,
terrible move because she never listened to it. Found it. I think she tried to re-gift it at one point. I don't remember, but now every single time a Dire Straits song comes on the radio, and we have like Sirius XM, so you can see who it is. Like I'll cover it up and be like, "Hey, who do you know sings the song?" Just kind of like as a joke, and without fail, every time it's Dire Straits. But it took her maybe 20 times of me doing it for her to figure out what the bill is. But then it happens so infrequently now, and I think I still get her like maybe 50% of the time. Like, hey,
you need to do it when it's like Return of the Mac. You need to do it when like the beep beep boop 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 beep,
or just Bruce Springsteen songs. Beep,
and then that voice comes. It's like, oh,
what's that guy's name? Like Mark.
And like,
what's that guy's name? You were
Mann or something.
Mark Mann. Yeah.
But like, you should do it with that because then it's just like, it's like there's no way this is Dire Straits.
Man, I do like them. Let's find that CD.
Yeah. This song is shit. This song is the best.
Yeah.
Come on.
I like what's that? I like that song Romeo and Juliet too. That's a good one.
Dude, I'm on the fence with Romeo and Juliet because it gets to a point where I'm like, oh yeah, this song is awesome. I feel it. But then like Mark Knopfler, one of the best guitar players ever.
That's Blink-182.
That guy,
Blink-182, right?
Yeah, that's Mark Knopfler, the lead bassist.
For the listeners. For the listeners.
Okay. Yeah, lead bassist for Blink-182. Mark Knopfler, he's just such a great guitarist and such a great songwriter, but then like he's just got the laziest voice. He talk sings. He's definitely a talk singer. He's just like, he's one of those guys where, you know how like I've said this to you guys before, I really like songs that have a sense of urgency or songs that have like a cathartic, release. I like it when somebody gets up in the higher registers and really showcases, maybe strains their voice, right? Like think the Blue Album by Weezer, Rivers Cuomo really strains his voice a lot in those tracks, and I really love it. But Mark Knopfler doesn't strain his voice ever. Like he plays guitar like he's the best rock star in the world, but then he sings like he couldn't be bothered. Like he sings like he's putting his hat on to leave. Like he's just ready to fucking, he doesn't care. He's out. You know what I mean? And I just wish he maybe he doesn't have it, but
wait a minute.
Because he's so good.
Uninitiated of it, what's like a song that this guy sings there? Is this bad?
Talking Dire Straits. Any song by
Oh,
Dire
that's the
Straits.
Dire Straits guy. Hey,
Yeah,
catching on to it.
I
Yeah,
took me like 30 seconds of you saying it was Blink-182 to realize it wasn't Blink-182.
I honestly
And
thought you were talking about
I just don't know
Blink-182
why
the
I
whole
thought
time.
that was the guy's name. I was like, yeah, that's him. And man,
I was like,
I
wow,
thought
that
this was a weird
guy's
Mark
great at
Hoppus joke.
guitar.
yeah, it took me a second to realize. I was like, oh yeah, that's his name, Mark Hoppus.
Oh,
Of
I'm
course.
sorry.
Didn't have to look it up either. Just took me a couple minutes. I was like, why is this guy talking about Blink-182? And then I was like, oh, he's not. Fuck.
Yeah, no, I am not. I'm talking about Dire Straits still.
Yep, did not know the name Mark Knopfler. Sorry.
Yeah.
Did not
Okay.
Now I
either.
do.
I thought you were talking about the
Yeah.
guy that sings like, she left me roses by the stairs. And I was like, yeah, that's the way talking sounds like.
Surprises. Here's a segue.
Surprises let me know she cares.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's-
run into that same
What-
problem, though. What you're talking about. What you're talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
with you need the sellout song. So, like,
Yeah.
and like, even like, you ever like, yeah, you just need that, you need that one song. You don't need all your other future songs. You need Draco, you need your Walk of Life. You don't need any of your other, Dragon Force songs. You just need the one where they singing about riding the dragon, breathing
Through the fire and the
fire.
flames.
Through the fire,
You need
the
your
flames.
commissars.
One song
But
per
that's,
band, please. One song.
But
That's all we ask. That's all we
Yeah.
ask.
All
One
I ever
song.
wanted.
Let one of Nathan's songs be a hit. Let one of them.
One song.
yeah.
So-
yeah, you're saying you hate it, but that's exactly what we want, man. We want hits.
Yeah.
So don't be hating.
Don't be. Well, there's I have other examples where there's certain bands. Sometimes you got a band you love, and then you just can't get into their album. You got like one thing in the album. Have you ever had that? Like just one part of an album.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you
This is
bought
great.
the album with
Can't
the one
handle-
good song, and then the rest is
Yeah.
filler
No.
garbage. It was classic. It was
No,
the
no.
boy.
This is different. So like, I was listening. I like Built to Spill, but they have a lot of songs, and I keep going back and listening to more and more of them. And I heard this one album that they put out, and I can't say I like the album, but there's this one guitar solo in the entire hour that I'll go back and just listen to that. So if anyone's listening, they want to listen to this solo. It's the album is There's Nothing Wrong with Love, and it's at the 19-minute mark. And there's this like crunchy ass guitar solo that's just super moving for me.
Crunchy ass.
It's crunchy. Yeah. Like you gotta listen to it. It's fucking yeah. And it really gets me going. It's fucking the best. And I'll just listen to that 1 to 2 minutes of solo and then turn off the album. And just be like, that's all I got in me. Sorry, guys. But I'll definitely do that. I'll just sometimes it happens just in. Have you ever had one specific part of one song? You ever had that?
Yeah.
The bass line for Tame Impala's "The Less I Know, the Better." It's such a good bass line. And
Yeah,
it's-
that band's great. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I like that. Yeah, that.
but the bass line,
I know.
it's like hooky as shit. It sounds like something that you'd hear in a Rat-a-tat album. It's just the catchiest bass lines, like boo doo doo, boo ba doo, whoop boo, and I won't do the whole thing, but it's so good. Yeah,
Yeah.
It
Okay.
drives the whole song, and it's amazing. And then it just feels like they fucking quit writing the song when it came to the chorus. Because I'm so bored when the chorus comes. It's like a different song, and I wish I could just remove it. Because there's so much energy and life and so much urgency in that fucking bass line.
Yeah.
And then it just completely evaporates for the chorus.
Well, I have a history of this too, where I like specific songs on the radio. I was listening to a lot of radio maybe when I was 12 years old, and I think it culminated into, get ready for this, a Columbia House CD subscription.
Oh, yeah? How'd that work out for you?
Oh, terribly. I feel so bad for my parents, mom and dad.
How many
Sorry about
albums
that.
did you get?
Oh, 18 for a penny, bro.
Dude.
But then you have to pay $29 a month for a different CD for 2 years is how they get you.
You can't
That's what I was
get out of
wondering.
it? Can you get out of it?
I can't remember what we did, but I remember I can picture my mom just visibly angry and defeated on the phone, canceling the subscription. I think. Oh, you know what I think it was. Also, I think they also charged shipping and handling per CD,
Ooh,
and it was like
nice.
$18, and it was like for a penny, but it was like $5.99 a CD to ship it to me, which is not that bad. But I got 18, like probably like it's like 3 CDs I wanted, and then like 15 more. I was like, yeah, I'll listen to the Verve Pipe. I'll listen to
just
I don't know what else.
Verve.
I'll listen to Sean Colvin. Yeah, I'll listen to wait, okay, I'm on this list alphabetically. Yep, Verve Pipe. Oh, for the Verve, that too.
Any band with the Verve in the title. I love a good Verve.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Dude, I always wondered, because I remember back when music stores were still a thing, I remember, like, seeing that, like, because they would have it everywhere. And I remember just thinking, like, this is a bad deal. I don't know how it's a bad deal, but I feel like I can't get, like, 18 albums for 5 cents. Like, they couldn't make a business out of that. So, like, I was just like, I feel like this is a scam, so I'm just never going to do it.
Well, you're a smarter man than me, Pat. Smarter man than me.
Don't you ever say that.
I haven't talked to my mom since.
Good for you, man. That's a good idea.
Just kidding, Mom. I love you. Sorry about that Columbia House thing.
I am not, Mom.
I made a good decision. Not sorry, Mom. Yeah. Did you ever get into the Columbia House scene, Nate?
No, never did. I was more on the this seems wrong train. This doesn't look legitimate.
That's a good song title. We got a good song title.
Yeah,
it seems wrong.
But I'd like to.
I
like to look at them. I like to see what was available. I was a big fan of those, like looking at those newspapers and just like seeing all the cool stuff.
Yeah,
new
radicals.
Like learning that there was
new radicals. Hell yeah.
There's
Lit.
There's a band called Lit.
Yeah, that song, it made me idolize drinking and driving.
Yeah, that song's great. Sleep with my clothes on. I hear that song maybe like once or twice a year, just randomly, and I still love it. That song still slaps. It holds up so well, but it does idolize drinking and driving. But back then it was cool, right?
Yeah, Lit said so.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to use. Yeah.
What werewolf noises, that song's fantastic.
I remember my dad, like, of all the bands I used to listen to, like, I remember me and my brother had a secret Eminem album, right? And we would listen to it, like, secretly together because my parents would fucking lose their shit if they ever heard it. Because, the first one is, like, him murdering his mom. Like, the first song, which one was that? Is it the Marshall Mathers LP? I don't remember.
That's the. I mean, he might have had one before that, but that was his big break.
That's the one where it's like every song on there is just the best. But I mean, it's just the coolest album ever, and we would listen to it, and it was just so intensely violent and scary, and like just filled with drugs and stuff. And then, like, I remember just being like, wow, like at some point it stopped being like scary and different, and it was just like music again. But like when you're young and you haven't been exposed to that kind of stuff, it's like, oh wow, this is scary, this is new, this is different. And I remember becoming desensitized to it and being like, oh, whatever, who cares? But then I was just like watching Lit, like on the TV. My dad came in and was like, Lit, a band named Lit. What are they implying? And I was like, what? Lit? Oh, like high? He was like, I can tell. I know what the kids are doing. And then he like stormed off, and he was like mad at me. Like I turned on the song on MTV. It just came up, Dad. I didn't choose it. But like, of all the things for him to be mad about, like I was like so far beyond like a possible reference to being high. Like I'm listening to like Marshall Mathers put his mother or his girlfriend in a trash bag and bury him in the woods. Like,
and now look how famous he is.
Like, yeah,
and now he has an Oscar.
Yeah, So
it's so funny you talk about a secret Eminem album because I some of my friends, this was probably like 7th grade when that came out, and I had friends who had the album. And of course, I wasn't allowed to buy albums. And I remember calling a friend of mine and having him play it over the phone for me.
I thought you were going to, first off, this is hilarious. We'll return to this. But I thought you were going to say, I called up a friend and got him to become a subscriber to the Cat One Records.
Nope. Nope. Was not going to say that. Nope.
That was so good.
But I wish I had. I dropped the ball. Sorry about that. We'll cut it all out. Pat, I called my friend and I said, hey, how would you like 18 CDs for 2 cents? For the overhead, of course.
Oh, fuck. All right, sorry. Keep going.
That's fine. It's a whole... But I remember... I can't remember this how it turned out, but I think I heard someone pick up the phone, and then my reaction was to hang up the phone. And I'm like, that situation has resolved itself. We're all fine. I'm just going to go about my day like nothing's happened.
You had a friend? So your friend is on the phone, and you said to him what?
No, I think it was like talking to him like, hey, can I hear that Eminem album? And so he's playing like, he's playing My Name Is. That's,
yeah.
That's the big hit. We're talking about hits here. That's the big hit.
That's the hit.
That's the hit. He and then I think that's how the situation happened where they're playing it. It's the explicit version. There's probably a little bit of coarse language in there, and then
maybe
I think someone picked up the phone at my house, and then I just hung up the
phone. Did you ever talk to your parents about it?
I don't remember. When you said hidden Eminem album, it just
great.
like flashed back to me. So this hasn't stuck with me for very long because I think I just that's everything that happened there, and I'm okay to go. I'll just go in the other room and read some comics or something. Look at my baseball card collection because I got away scot-free.
You were listening to Eminem.
Yeah, on the phone.
That's great. Kids these days, they'll never know.
I know. Oh, God. That's great. Oh, I love talking about childhood stuff. Oh, it's the best. I think that's the thing I like most about doing this podcast is talking about childhood stuff.
Childhood trauma. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't thought about a lot of this stuff in like 20 years, and it's pretty good. It's a treat every time.
That was awesome. Nate, all right, so where are we at here in terms of inspiring?
I have nothing. You all have given me nothing. You're giving me inspiration. I want to scare children.
Oh,
this is going to turn into one of those hellscape things where you give me nothing, you tell me, go out there, scare the kids. They'll love it. And then, we end up with the hellscape. So I need a little bit more juice from you.
You need some juice. Okay.
I need some juice.
Well, all right. So,
what are some genres that we haven't touched on yet?
Country.
Podcast in terms of like
country.
I was thinking Western. So we got both types of music.
Both types of music.
Yeah. So I think you think you could write a country Western song?
Yeah, why not? I mean, I
there you go. Okay.
I'm a coupe man, as we've said. I put the seats down in my coupe to make it more truck-like.
Oh, I thought you said poop man.
Yeah, nope, not a. Well, it could be, hey. But let's talk about that later.
You watched a commercial for gravel, and you were like, I could put some gravel in the back of my coupe DeVille.
My coupe DeVille. I gotta, we're rolling here, people. Here's the thing. So I've gotten that far. So if you want to go down that direction, we could. Once again, you've said that I'm not the best looking, which means that I don't think I'm marketable in terms of genres that we haven't hit. I don't know if I can adequately market in R&B or pop song. I don't know if I can really pull that off yet.
Yeah.
Not until I get some nice hair plugs.
No, you know what though, Nate? It would be like we talked about this briefly, but the idea of you doing a shot for shot remake of that D'Angelo song. It's just like pornographic, where it's just like his upper body, and you almost see his dick there, like the entire music video. What song was that?
Yes, how does it feel?
You want to know what it's called? It's called, I swear, it's called Untitled, parentheses, how does it feel?
Yeah.
But it's called Untitled.
Yeah.
Parentheses. Right. Parentheses. Like, just kidding, there's a title.
Yeah, right.
How does it feel to have that joke pulled on you, thinking there was no title?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Got you good. But yeah, Nate, would you be interested in just a shot-for-shot remake of that D'Angelo song? I think you could do a good job.
It's a single-shot music video, so it's just a shot music video.
Sure, but I mean, what I really want to do is just almost take video of Nate's wang there. I think that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Pretty funny idea.
Well, he's pretty ripped now. I think that it would be pretty good to put butts in the seats and
if he just covered himself in piss,
cover me in urine. Yeah, just cover me up in human urine. We'll go for it.
How does it feel to be covered in urine?
I want to know how it feels.
Man, that music video, your eye is just so drawn to his wang that entire time.
It's all about lines. If I've learned anything from looking at art, art. What do you call that when people like interpret art?
Interpretive art.
Well, yeah, I guess interpretations of art. It's like musicology, but for art. Where they sort of delve into it. You can Google it, and they'll show you all the lines in these Renaissance plays. But articology. There you go. And it's like if D'Angelo himself was like in a Renaissance painting in that,
we can't hear you.
If he was, you lost me.
Take it from the top. Take that one from the top.
All right.
Back,
So, if that was a Renaissance painting, you know how like the lines point places as part of perspective. Well, all of his lines point straight to his junk.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is that like I've never wanted to see a hog more. Like I'm sexuality-wise, I'm a straight white male, but all I wanted to see in that music video, watch that music video, just like, all right, let's pan down a little bit, just a little bit more. Let's pan down just a little bit more. We gonna pan down here, D'Angelo? What are we doing? And I'm just like, just gotta see that hog, man.
Yeah. Just frustrated. I think just getting frustrated for the hog.
I think D'Angelo is the exact opposite of Phil Collins.
Yeah. Well, no, because D'Angelo's also talented.
Yeah, okay, but like every other like attribute about their career is the exact opposite of one another. They're the yin and yang of the music industry.
Are you trying to tell me that D'Angelo is really Peter Gabriel?
Oh man,
I've never seen him in the same place.
All right, Nate. So, what else do you think you need from us? I know that you might be a little bit strapped for material. What else are you thinking?
Well, so what you basically told me is to write a country western song that scares children. That's what I have so far.
All right, good episode.
No,
what scared you? I want to know what scared you as a child. I want to know like if I was the it clown.
Ooh, okay.
I want to know if I'm Pennywise, like what's the red balloon? I need two things from each of you.
Definitely talking to girls. 100%.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I just remember just the visible sweat anytime I'd think about talking to a girl when I was in middle school. Oh, yeah.
Huh.
100%. There it is.
What scared me? I think that's pretty common. I'm just surprised. No, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's pretty common, man.
Better not be anything wrong with it.
You know what's funny is I don't remember being scared about it, but I definitely was like bad at it. Like I definitely remember like going up and talking like I was doing fine and just like eating shit the whole time. You know what I mean? But like I never let it get to me, and never like I don't have a place in my memory where I was like, oh, I was so great. I don't have anything like that. I just was bad at it because I was a fucking kid. I'm still bad at it now. I never got any better. Just never cared enough. Let me think. What scared me? Shit. I don't. Max, keep going. Let me think on this.
Oh boy. Oh,
I'm sorry.
I'm just sweating thinking about talking to girls right now. Oh, it's taking me back. Yeah, having to confront a crush was that was a bad one for me. That was confront or just like confront my feeling. Like, hey, you're better than me because I'm attracted to you and you're not attracted to me. I meant like confront the feelings of that with that, like, just having to meet that head on, or like accidentally talk to them in the hallway and just like, I gotta go.
You know what's funny is, you remember in like 7th and 8th grade where like you would just get paired with somebody because you're like them. Like there was a girl I was like 5'11" since 8th grade, so I like got real tall real fast and didn't grow a fucking inch after that. But like in 7th grade, we'd go to dances and there'd be like this girl named Stephanie, and Stephanie was tall, like I was tall, so people would always like be pushing us together to like slow dance and stuff. And I always was so mean. And I was like, why? Because we're both tall? Is that the only reason? I was such a jerk. And I feel kind of bad now because I would dance with her. But like I felt bad because I shouldn't have done that. You know, Stephanie was a nice girl. I had a bunch of classes with her. We were friends. But I was just like, I hated that idea that like, you guys ever get pushed into like something with somebody that was just like similar? It's like, oh, you're tall. Or,
this podcast.
Yeah, that is how we chose we're 6 foot and up.
Well, I guess we both like talking a lot, and that's recorded, I guess. Just more of a marriage of convenience than of any kind of interest, right?
Well, I mean, we've talked about our synergies.
Oh yeah, vertical integration, yeah.
I love it when you talk corporate.
Let's vertically integrate. Max, I want to hear what's your second fear, because Pat is feigning to be fearless. I need to hear.
No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I just don't have a good answer.
Pat's a big man. He's a big 6 foot tall man. Really trying to play it big for the cameras.
We're talking childhood fears.
Yeah. What's your childhood fear? I was afraid of the concept of forever. If you told me about forever, that would scare the shit out of me. What's yours?
Oh man, forever is a little bit more heady than anything that I look. Most of mine was like social stuff. Like it took me a long time to just be able to say what I wanted to say, and I think making friends was always tough. So I think it was just like feel like if I ever felt that I like was friends with someone and then hear them like make fun of me or something, that was crushing. Yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah, just like there's a couple instances I can think of where it's just like getting along with someone and for like no reason they felt the need to just like put me down for something and make fun of me for something. It's just like, damn it.
Yeah.
Not gonna trust these people anymore. So that was me. Yeah, it was a lot of social stuff. It's surprised, how much social stuff I had problems with. Yeah, when I was younger, but I feel great now. Social dynamo.
Oh shit! I do have a thing I was afraid of. Fuck yeah!
It was forgetting things.
I know I'm gonna forget things.
Give it to us, Pat. Give it to us.
So, do you guys remember the music video for fucking Thriller?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Thriller scared the piss out of me, dude.
Which part? Vincent Price or the
whole
the
fucking
dancing?
music video, dude?
I wish I could dance,
dude. I couldn't even appreciate how fucking banging that song is. I couldn't appreciate how awesome, like the dancing in that music video is insane. It's great dancing, but also it's like how zombies would dance. Have you watched that music video? It's insane.
My parents had the making of VHS, and it scared me too. I remember that, but I think I watched like the making of a handful of times, but I like skipped over the music video because scary as shit.
Yeah, dude. I was afraid. There's a part in Thriller that really, really messed me up. Was that like and this is a common part of all horrors, like when the protagonists like board themselves up somewhere, but it doesn't work. And like they break through the windows or they break through the floor, and this concept of like a zombie or monster that just like breaks through the floor. Like you can't stop something from if something can break through the floor, you can't stop it. There's nothing you can do.
What am I going to do? Go out of the ceiling?
Can't right. Yeah, I can't do that. He's way stronger than anything.
I was gonna go out. I was gonna go out through the floor.
Yeah, and that concept that like you can't hide from like this. There's certain monsters you can't hide from. I was so afraid of that. I was like, oh my god, they were safe. They locked the door. Then nope, here they come.
They didn't make a noise.
Yeah, so
they did everything right.
Piss out of me.
All right.
I'm trying to think.
Scared the piss out of you and all into Nate's leg.
Yeah, and it made you could say I made several professional wrestlers very shiny that
night. Oh man, if there's a name for this episode, it's Shiny Professional Wrestlers. It's like REM, shiny happy people, just shiny professional wrestlers.
Fuck REM, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can all agree on that. That's another band. REM. The end of the world as we know it. And then you're like, oh, are any of the other songs like this? No. They're all sad and slow. There you go. Have fun.
I like the very first stuff, like Radio Free Europe and Driver 8. I like that stuff. But I get what you're saying.
I only know like 4 of those songs. All right.
I don't like how nervous their lead singer is. He gives me bad vibes. When I see him... Have you ever watched REM live? Like, have you ever watched any of their live stuff? It's fucking weird. He's like a nervous, scared man.
Is it
really...
Is it like any at all like Radiohead? Like what's his name? That guy?
Tom York.
Tom York. Yeah. He's like more like neurotic and just like,
I was
having a seizure.
Watching Radiohead play is like, oh, this guy has, severe mental problems, like neurological issues or some shit.
So
I don't think
like
no, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he's just the lead singer for REM. If you put him in like a fucking lineup of a bunch of like, just like hairdressers and like stock retail people, like
Moby. And Moby
was there, you wouldn't be able to pick out any of those motherfuckers. They all look like they work like a shitty office job, or they work fucking in retail. They just look like people. Ugh.
Shiny happy people.
I don't want people to look like people. I want them to look either very specifically ugly, like British ugly, where you're like, wow, it's kind of fun to look at. Or like, I want them to be like ultra attractive, like the American pop star. That's what I want.
Like D'Angelo.
Like D'Angelo. D'Angelo is our D'Angelo is the walking in Memphis of people.
So we've covered. Have we covered in this podcast how this is the coolest thing ever? Well, it's not cool so much it is sad, but you realize that music video like drove D'Angelo away from doing like anything in the public eye for like 10 years, right?
Yeah, it did.
Everyone was just like, wow, show us your abs, you're beautiful. And he's like, oh, I'm just like making music. And then so he's at the end of the tour. I can't remember where this quote came from, but he just said, it's like, I'm just going to go out into the woods. I'm going to gain a bunch of weight and I'm going to drink. And then that's what he did. Pretty cool. Yeah.
I could see that because I didn't hear about him for a while after that. Like, he got famous, and then I think he didn't deal with fame.
Well, like, he and Jamiroquai, they bought a house in the woods.
Pat, is that real?
Yeah.
Pat, no.
Jamiroquai had the big hats.
Pat,
they had a moving floor.
Pat, that's not real, Pat. That's virtual insanity.
Well done.
I'm not proud of that one.
Yeah, you should. You should be. I wish. Yeah, it's good.
Well, on that note, speaking of virtual insanity, Nate, how's it going?
Yeah,
doing
do you have
pretty
what you
good.
need?
I got what I need.
Okay.
Do we need to go to commercial?
I didn't give a second fear thing.
I don't care.
Here's the thing. I don't want to give off the impression that I was fearless, because I wasn't. I just don't have any like solid, like, there's nothing I look back on and be like, I hated this. Like the things that like I really hated were like in my adult life. We're gonna cut all this, but like the things I'm like truly afraid of.
Keep it.
Yeah, this is that I didn't have those things. But I had a good life when I was a young kid. Man.
Pat, I'm not mad at you for not being afraid of things. I will relentlessly make fun of it, though, as someone that fears a lot of things.
Yeah,
that's what I'm not afraid of, is really leaning into the bullying.
But you know what, though? Your fear is warranted. Like, my lack of fear is not. Like, this is the thing. Is, like, I just choose that stoicism. Like, I think about things that I can affect, and it just keeps me, like, I just don't think about a lot of stuff. And I'm not, that doesn't mean that those things can't affect me. It just means that I'm choosing to focus on something that my agency might, actually change the outcome of. So, like, I'm not being a smart man by ignoring fears. I just only focus, and it's my coping mechanism so that I don't have those issues. But I don't think that the way I think is the correct way to think. Do you see what I'm saying?
It's cool. Bet, I'm not mad at you. But we do need to record some commercials. And I can't be on for too much longer. I gotta hop off here.
I was just gonna say, I think that's a good stopping point. Pat doesn't get scared of anything. That's a good spot. What else? Let's. How about we go to a break, and then we'll when we come back, we'll listen to some music, huh?
All right.
Sounds good. All right. Cool. Well,
you're not gonna get on that goodbye. What the fuck, Nate?
Oh, sorry. I was kind of focused. I'm peeing inside of a can here.
I cut my penis in the lid. Okay, so
I should have tried to jam it in. I can't get it out.
Stuck my weenie in a bottle, baby.
Previously on Is It a Hit?
Keep on rolling, Johnny. I actually started rubbing baby oil all over my naked chest while I was listening to that song. Did you? I don't know if that was just me, but I actually couldn't help myself.
That's good.
All out.
That's the goal.
How shiny
That's
are you?
important.
I'm glistening. Oh yeah, you're probably glistening.
Well, have I ever told you that when I was a child, I used to think that all bodybuilders were. So let me take it back one step. When I would take a pee, and when you're a child, sometimes you just pee on your leg. A little bit gets on there, and you notice the particular sheen that it gives your leg. So I thought that most bodybuilders were just covered in urine. So I've always been uncomfortable with the idea of baby oiling myself.
You just thought they were covered in piss. You just thought that these giant dudes, these ripped ass dudes, were they pissing on each other, or were they pissing on themselves?
I thought maybe they had basically baby oil bottles full of piss.
Man, they had baby oil bottles filled with urine. They emptied out the baby oil, filled it with piss. Man, I thought bodybuilding was homoerotic on its own. You found another level. Oh my god, nothing wrong with it. That's pretty cool. If you ask me, if there was
I don't think
all pissed
bodybuilding
competition.
I don't think there's any change in the sexualization of bodybuilding if it was baby oil or human piss. For most people, human piss is not most people aren't urophiles, It's just a thing. It's just a tool, Pat. It would just be a tool.
You just thought they were covered in piss?
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, that seems like a natural stopping point.
Oh yeah, this lines up with our synergy talk.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just leading you on, Pat. Obviously, I haven't recorded a bumper. I barely
you're a
recorded
tease,
this.
You coward! You won't even let me cover you in piss.
And we're back. Nate has had an entire week to put something together from all that jazz we just talked about. Some of the topics included Peter Gabriel, Phil Collins.
Susu
Peter Gabriel
Studio.
and Phil, Susu Studio. Peter Gabriel and Phil Collins together.
Yeah.
In what was that band they were in? Wham?
Shock the Monkey.
Oh yeah, Shock the Monkey. What was the band they were in?
They later had to
Genesis.
be renamed to
Genesis.
Genesis once people decided that was not a it wasn't a groundbreaking kind of, it wasn't willing to break the mold. It wasn't a hit of a name. You got to have a good name, people.
Peter, Phil, we need to go buy something different than Shock the Monkey.
Yeah. I mean, Shock the Monkey's catchy and we all want to do it, but we need to have something that grabs you.
Yeah.
So that,
I think they were
it's the start of something big.
talking into the microphone at the show, and they're like, "Oh, this is the genesis of a new age for Shock the Monkey." But then the mics got cut, and then it's like, "This is Genesis," and people were like, "I wanted to see Shock the Monkey. What the hell?" And Peter Gabriel was wearing like his frilly mask, and so no one recognized him anyway. And they're like, the lamb lies down on
Japanese
Broadway.
guy was like, Sega Genesis, and he ran away out the door. Got Sega Genesis, guys. You guys remember Sega Genesis?
Because it was started at that one show in rural London.
Yeah, there was one Japanese guy.
London. Yeah,
and he was like, 7 children will appreciate a Jurassic Park video game on this console, and that's about it.
Well, we also talked.
Sega
We talked
Genesis.
about that. We talked about. D'Angelo.
We talked about our
right.
fears.
Talk about, yeah. Oh, yeah. That
Let's
one thing
talk
I
about
forgot to mention
fear.
was that my wife. That we were talking about that video where he has those muscles that point down towards his nether region.
Oh yeah.
Kathleen to this day calls those someone's D'Angelo's.
That's
I call them
funny.
Barbie
That's a good
muscles because all the Barbie dolls without the crotches there.
Well, that's just
they
where
have the hip lines.
That's just how their legs move.
Yeah. Even in the D'Angelo video, I call them D'Angelo's Barbie muscles.
Great band name.
That is a good band name.
That's good. I like that. D'Angelo really made a music video where I was just like, come on, show it to me. This whole video is about it. Just pan down. Let's go.
Yeah, we heard that last time.
All right.
We know what you were thinking.
At the risk of rehashing, we're a week later, people, but you're seconds later.
Fears too, yeah.
You're seconds later. We're going to take you from an ad about something you can use to improve yourself to a song about something new, exciting, improved that you can use to be your very best.
So you took D'Angelo, you took our childhood fears, and you took the theme or the genre of country western, and you're them all to the side, and you got this other thing.
It's all related. Trust me. It's all related to what we talked about before. Pretty much.
We trust you. Are you
trust me.
ready to play this song?
No, we got to do an ad read first, people. We got bills to pay.
Hey, Pat, what you eating?
Oh, just some garbage I found. Why? What are you eating?
See, I hear that a lot. I ask my family, I ask my kids, what are you eating? He's just, Dad, garbage. Stop serving me garbage. So I thought to myself, how can I get my kid fed? How can I keep my friends fed? How can I keep my parents fed without breaking the bank and ordering out every single meal? So I've turned to Blue Apron. Blue Apron is a fantastic company that will send you all the food you could ever need to make all the meals you never thought you wanted. I'm talking trout crusted with crushed up Cheez-Its. Never thought of it, but Blue Apron, they put it together for me. I never had
to crush up the Cheez-Its themselves?
Yeah, they came in a bag already crushed up. It was crazy, and it was just the perfect consistency for what I needed. They must have set their coffee grinder to medium grind. It was perfect.
That sounds great.
Yeah, and I never thought that would be something I wanted. But the people at Blue Apron, they know what they're doing. They gave me a recipe the other week for pot roast. You put in the slow cooker, but instead of broth, you use Diet Coke. I never would have thought of that.
Whoa,
Crazy! I know.
man.
You know, just throw things together and suddenly it's a meal. And then they give you these nice laminated cards to tell you how to do it. It's fantastic.
That is great. And my favorite thing about Blue Apron is how fresh the food is. It's very fresh. In fact, a lot of the stuff, I like to request meals. I'm watching my weight, right? You guys have heard, I'm a bit of a fatty and I'm trying to lose a little weight. So I've been eating a lot of chicken. I've been eating a lot of fish. The great thing about Blue Apron is they send you live chickens. They send you live trout. It can't be more fresh, right? And I'm over here. I used to be, scrounging through the garbage, picking up things I found on the floor and just throwing them down my gullet. But now I'm over here killing, birds and air suffocating fish, and then, cutting up those bodies and then heating them up on my stove. And I gotta say, it's so much better. Old crawler that I found in a garbage behind a gas station.
My landlord keeps getting pissed off at me because I keep slaughtering cattle on his shared driveway. It just makes the meat that much more fresh. Do I know what I'm doing? No. Do I process the meat correctly? No. Do I leave 90% of the cow in the driveway? Probably. But it's that one steak that I make. Pretty sure it's a back flank. I don't know. I don't have the diagram handy. That one steak is delicious. It's never been more fresh. My grill isn't working, so I just leave it also in the driveway until it cooks. I think it's cooked. It's hot enough. On the driveway, it gets to 120 degrees. If my math is right, if you leave it there for 4 days, it should be cooked, right? If you're not cooking it at 500, it's just you have to just cook it low and slow, man. It's like Memphis barbecue.
And we love walking in Memphis for their barbecue, okay? That's what we're talking about. The thing about Blue Apron is it brings families together. Max, you sent me a photograph of your family just pulling out the entrails from that cow and just kind of circling it and just red-faced, covered in blood, but everybody's smiling. You know what I mean? Everyone's taking a little bite here and there, and you're using the knives there, and that's great. That's just family time. You know what I mean? And you didn't have to go to the best part, you didn't have to go to the store for that, right? You slaughtered that cow right in your own driveway. And that's building families. And that's what Blue Apron does. Builds communities, builds families.
I first time I ever cut the tongue out of a dead cow. Now I'm a cunning linguist.
Yeah. And you gotta, when you cut the tongue out of a living animal, you gotta make sure that you take your time with it and you really look that animal in the eye as you separate its tongue from its mouth and slow cook it in some Coca-Cola and then sprinkle some crushed up Cheez-Its on it. That's great. Thank you, Blue Apron. I like how when we do stuff like this, Nate just leaves. He's just
well, I was
didn't even record that.
Well, it was recording. I trust the process. Yeah.
Should we though?
Right.
All right.
You're greased and you're ready. They've always called you a machine. You're a hellscape to face.
Billy Joe Shaver is the best. Highly recommended.
He's in Green Day, right?
That's right.
Yep. That's the lead singer.
All right. So you can hear that piano okay? It's well mixed with my voice on your end, so you can hear everything when I'm singing?
Let's hear it again. Yeah, let's say that piano again.
Yeah, we can hear it.
Say some words, though.
The mummy was denied a bank loan. The mummy was denied a bank loan. The mummy was denied. The mummy was denied a bank loan.
Start playing the song and then sing the words to the song.
All right, so you just want to hear the song.
Yeah.
Shut
Let
up,
me
Pat.
get
Professionals here. All right. I think we're ready to hear this song. Nate, tell us a little bit about it. What is it called? What notes did you take? Is it about the conversation we had? We want to know.
All right. I took notes from the whole conversation, and I'm not trying to shoehorn things in. I certainly did shoehorn some things into the song, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to take you on a journey. So this is a journey. This is a journey through. Have you ever seen? I'll take that back. Have you ever entered into a shop? Like, have you ever seen the movie Gremlins? This is about that. This song is called Shine. Welcome to my store, my friend. I hope you stay a while. I know you traveled back Alice to get here. I like your style. Check it out! We have all manner of monkey paws and gremlins. It's like nowhere in town, so have a look around. There's nothing quite like it. Mr. Shopkeep, here, I'm a mountain of a man. There's nothing that I do fear. I've got big plans. I need something really special, not candles or fine wine. Just special occasions for all relations. Shopkeep, I'd like to shine. Well, look no further, there's no other. You found just the place. I see you've got it all, the body and hair. I even like your face. But I do recognize one thing, you're dull around the edges. I'm gonna make you shine like varnished wood, so you can be your best. You're gonna shine, 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 like the sunlight on a stream. Shine, 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 it's got a name, Uriology. Everyone will think that you're the greatest. It's come, baby, it's your time. With truth is told, God is my witness, my friend, you're gonna shine. So I went to town and bought 3 bottles of the finest crystal glass. I brought myself down head to toe. I even got my bag. I'm going to the Oscars, the Emmys, the Tonys. I'm feeling fine. I'm smooth as silk, I'm gonna do as I will. Oh boy, I'm gonna shine. I'm gonna shine, shine, shine. I'll be looking like a dream. Shine, shine, shine. It's called Uriology. Everyone can see that I'm the greatest, I'm the latest, it's my time. With my new best friend, Uriology, I know I'm gonna shine. Oysters and lobsters and bottom feeders, friend, oh did you shine? I tell you, I did look really good, I really was my best. My skin looked so great, I took off my jacket, I even lost my vest. I looked so muscular and rippled, I felt so fine. I was a skeptic, I'm a believer, you made me shine. And I shine, shine, shine. Looks good in your eyes. I shine, shine, shine. It had a name, I owe it all to Uriology. Everyone can see that I'm the
It's piss. What's this? It's piss. What? You got piss on me? You're gonna shine, shine, shine. Like the sunlight on the street. It's piss. You're gonna shine, shine, shine. Thanks to uriology. Oh, it smells. Everything gonna be the greatest. It's come, baby. It's your time. With truth be told, and God is my witness. You're gonna shine. Oh, it's piss. You're gonna shine. Yeah, piss. You're gonna shine. Piss. You're gonna shine. Oh, it's piss. It smells.
Damn it, Porno. How did what?
So stupid.
That was so dumb. I mean, I'm laughing because I feel like the song is about a snake oil salesman, and I feel like I've been duped. Because you gave me the switcheroo, and I'm angry.
I did
We were ready
exactly
for it.
what we had
You
discussed.
sold me a damn monorail, and you skipped town.
Yeah. Yeah.
Name one element of
I
this song
will
that
say
wasn't
this.
discussed.
That's true.
This
That's
is what
true.
you wanted.
This is the positives. The positives are this. You discussed what we talked about at great length. So you got piss making you thinking that piss was the thing that made strong men look shiny. And we discussed that. So that's good. And then you also got in well, we didn't talk about Gremlins, but you definitely talked about Gremlins. You got D'Angelo in there.
Say
I
the name
appreciate that.
Studio. It's got a name. Uriology. It's right there.
Oh, that's where that came from.
Yeah.
Well, this
Could say the name. So stupid. Man. All right. Well, all right. This is what. All right. So here's the deal. You did a good job encompassing what we talked about. You did a bad job making a song that we could sell other than R. Kelly. So,
got him.
yeah, nailed it. Topical.
Boom. Canceled.
Yeah. Right. This song sounds like a Randy Newman song that was for R. Kelly.
I love LA.
Yeah, right. This is I don't think this didn't sound like South Country Western. This was definitely a Randy Newman song about piss. Yeah. I think it's pretty clever. I think not clever. I think it is funny. So you got a plus for me there. Like if I was to hear this on my way into work in the morning, I'd be like, oh, these shock jocks. What will they think of next? A song about piss. Chappelle did that 15 years ago. And then I would be like, oh, yeah, I hate my life. And then I'd lay on the horn there, you know? But yeah, that's where I'm at. Not super, super happy with this. I think it's going to be hard to sell. You know, the kids, they might be into eating ass, but I don't think they're into piss just yet. So maybe it's out of its time, though. Who knows? These Gen Zs, who knows what they'll get into?
Maybe the snake oil is what the kids need next. You know, this is the salesman passing through town. What's the next big trend? I'm also trying to pretend like I haven't been swindled here.
Right.
Yeah. I think this is a great idea. I'll take 2 cases. I want to glisten in the summer sun.
Fine, uriology. I'll send them to you.
Buy 3 cases, you get 1 free.
Yeah. Uriology, I would, as a consumer, I'd be like, that sounds a lot like urine to me. So, I don't know how I feel about urine therapy, but this, yeah. You know, I'm not mad. I'm just, this is one of those songs that, you know, it's funny enough. I guess. I don't think you could. It's going to be a hard thing to sell. And remember, why do we care about hits, Nasty Nathan Sharp?
Because we care about money.
Yeah. Who are you going to sell this to?
Wait a minute. Was this song a mirror being held up to us? Are we the ones trying to sell the piss here?
Yeah, we are. We're the piss salesmen.
Oh, damn it.
Oh. I've learned so much about myself.
Yeah.
I think we should go multi-level with it. You know, like a nice pyramid scheme, a piss pyramid scheme. Just piss turtles all the way down.
So some trickle down.
Trickle down economics.
Well done. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, I think that this is the equivalent of like a dirty joke book from the 50s that you would like read back in the day before you read Reddit on the toilet. You would read these like old books that people had just kept in their toilet for 50 years, and they'd just be like incredibly outdated comedy. And I think this ranks among that.
Yeah, some of them had sheet music.
If you can find a market
songs.
Songs to piss by /on.
Well, I to your credit, and I think everyone, all the listeners, are going to feel the same. You know, some sort of the same thing here. I did write down. I'm trying to take more notes, and I did write down while I was listening to the song. What's the joke? And then underneath, it must have been maybe a minute of elapsed time. I wrote, "It's piss." So you had me. You wrote me in. I'm like, huh. I'm going to listen closer because I want to hear the joke. And I'm like, crap, it's piss. Ah.
Yeah.
Well, you got me.
Yep. So I would say this is not a hit. Max?
I would say it's a hit in the sense that you roped us in with a scam, which is what we want. We want to get people's money and then leave town.
That's true.
And then, so then it's a hit in our eyes because we made money off of it, but it's not a hit in the consumer's eyes after they buy it and have buyer's remorse, and then we'll never buy from us again because we need sustained revenue here, Nate. We can't just piss on our consumers and then leave town.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to side with not a hit because it doesn't create future revenue streams.
All right. Coming around to it.
Pat, you got any more puns?
I don't. I mean, I'm pretty pissed off over here. I think I'm all out.
What? You thought you'd make some money? You thought you'd make a quick buck exploiting old nasty Nathan Sharp? Well, guess what?
That's right.
Guess what?
Go on.
You got the piss song. How about it? Do you like it? Do you like how it tastes? Do you like how it feels on your skin? Do you like how you look? Huh?
I do look nice and shiny.
Gonna love the way
in
you
this
look,
example,
I guarantee it.
You like to think that you are pissing on me with this song, but this is a song you put time into. There's 3 verses here.
Hey, you know?
You
got to put in some effort.
Pissed all over yourself. I do appreciate that. But I think you think you peed on me, but in fact, you've been pissed on.
On that note, we could probably call it quits for the week. You guys got anything else?
No, that's all that's all I can stand.
I think I'll look great.
All right. Well, I feel like this might be our last episode of all time because this seems like it's an indication that Nate's going to leave town forever and never get another song out of him. But look, stay tuned next week. Maybe you'll hear another song by Nasty Nathan Sharp, and you won't feel grifted. But I wouldn't bet on it.
Yeah. Well, you stay golden, pony boy. You know what I mean?
There it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
just say the word.
Next week.
Oh, just golden. Oh, just say the word.
Hey,
Oh.